My name is Sariah, and this is my reason why. I was in 7th grade when something dreadful had happened to me and my friend's family. I had just moved to Aurora, and I went to a new school, and I was like a new kid there, so I was kind of scared. I didn't have any friends, but there was this one boy who came up to me, and he was gay. He came up to me. He was like, "You want to sit with me at lunch?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we started hanging out a lot, and we became really close. We had each other's numbers, and we became like the two best friends that you would like see in school. And there was this one day we were walking down the hall, and these two kids decided to pick on him just because he was gay, and they told him, "Oh, you don't belong here. You should kill yourself. Everybody here hates you." He didn't have any friends when I had came too, so he kind of came up to me and was like, "Do you want to be friends?" And I had found out that day that they started bullying him, that he didn't have any friends either. And so I just told them, "Back off, leave him alone." And he was like, "Just leave it alone. They've been doing this since school started." And I was kind of a new kid, and I came at the middle of the year. And so when that had happened, he was like, "Just leave the situation alone. Just it doesn't even bother me anymore." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And I was really mad at that point because he seemed like really chill guy, and like just because his sexual preference is different, he shouldn't be bullied by it. And when that had happened, the day after he didn't come to school, I was worried about where he was. And I would text him, he wouldn't text back. And he came to school a week later, and he looked so depressed. He didn't look like himself. He had different clothes that he wouldn't really wear. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he would just be like, "Yeah." And he would ignore me at lunch. He would ignore me in class. I would try to make him laugh. It wouldn't work. And one day he didn't come to school, and I was really concerned on what was going on. And that night I had texted him. I was like, "Are you okay?" And he didn't text back for hours. And then he finally texted back. It was about 3 in the morning, and it was this text he had sent me, and it read, "Thank you for being my friend. I've been bullied my whole life, and I can no longer be here anymore. I just need time. Please give me space. And if you don't see me tomorrow, just know that I love you, and you've always been my best friend, and I'm really glad I met you." And I said, "I'm sorry what's going on, but you have to stay strong." And he didn't text back, but I texted him back a couple of hours later, and I was just like, "I'll give you some time, and I'll come to your house after school. I hope you're okay." And I still didn't get a text back. As I was walking home and I went by his house, I seen firefighters, policemen, all of them at their house. I was confused on what was happening, so I kind of just stood across the street and I sat down on the corner. My heart was racing really fast. I didn't know what had happened, what was going on. I thought there was a fire or something. And next thing you know, I seen him. He was on a hospital, like one of those rolly chairs, and he came out and he got into the ambulance, and he took him away. I was not crying. I was kind of stuck. I was like, "What just happened? I don't know what." I'm so confused on what was happening. And a couple days later, I had found out that he had killed himself from bullying, and I was just confused on why did he kill himself. But then I did realize those bullies and the text messages, it started to add up, and it was a really hard moment for me, and I do miss him a lot. I went to his funeral. I told his mom he was being bullied, and his mom did not know he was being bullied. I told him he was gay. His mom did not know he was gay, and it just made it really hard on her and also on me, because as a person, I should have had not gave him time. I should have went to go seek help immediately, but instead I just like left it alone, and I tried to confront the bullies myself instead of actually telling a teacher. I kept it to myself. And now that that had happened, I know in 8th grade somebody was being bullied, I told the teacher right away and those bullies were handled. And I hope this is just like a message to everybody. If you see somebody being bullied, don't try to interact with it yourself. Try to go tell an adult immediately. Suicide's not the answer, and I wish, if I could go back in time, I wish I could redo what I have done. It's kind of sad that he's not here anymore, but his mom is holding on well. It's been a couple years now, and so I'm just hoping, if you see somebody being bullied, please go tell somebody, or else it could turn different ways.